Sports Radio 1400 WKV. Good morning. Hey, this is the morning show. Time to talk some high school hoops here in Central Virginia. And I got the perfect guy to talk to. He's Bart Isley, the man behind scrimmageplay.com. Bart, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, well, I know the Flukos on the boys' side, they wrapped it up. They got the JD conference title and the division title here in the regular season. Let's start with them. How good are the Flukos?
Really good. I guess a couple of weeks ago we talked a lot about Yaya Anderson and what a great player he is. And just about that time he blew up in the media. Newsplex did a feature on him. Our magazine came out with him on the cover, and he's just been all over the place. Yaya is suffering from a little bit of overexposure. But that kid just puts up numbers every single night, and he gives them a chance to win. Even when he's, last night he only scored 9 points. Still, he gets all his teammates involved, does his work on the defensive end. Kid's just an all-around great player. And Josh Hinkle has come on of late for Fluvanna, where he's putting up 15, 17, 19, 20, that kind of range of points. And when they've got that kind of secondary offensive threat, then Jamal Tolliver outside as a three-point shooter, and T.J. Dudley down low. He's not tall, he's not real tall, but he's a tough kid. Played a little bit of quarterback and then played running back during football season. Rusher, I think 1,000 yards as a sophomore, and then moved over to quarterback this year. But he's a really nice little tough player, and they kind of go up and down. They play a lot of guys, and all of them really fit their roles nicely, really seem to know what they're supposed to be doing in the offense. And Yaya makes it all go, but all those guys really have come together nicely.
Yeah, Flukos finished the regular season 20-1, 13-1 in district play. And I agree with you, Bart. It's kind of like, hey, just pick your poison now when it comes to Fluvanna County.
Yeah, they're tough. And I think that, a lot of people, the different teams have tried different strategies with Yaya, and some have let him just go nuts, and he's gotten 35. And the only loss they had, he had 30-some points. So, they've tried that for a while, and now they're trying to kind of double him and get after him and take him out. That's what Monroe tried to do last night, and that opens it up for Hinkle. And if those guys can stay consistently as scorers, outside of Yaya, when somebody does throw a double at him or throws a box and one at him, then they're going to be in pretty good shape. It's going to be interesting to see what they're able to do in the region.
Sports Radio 1400 WKV. We're here with Bart Isley from scrimmageplay.com. We're talking some high school hoops here in Central Virginia. That's the Flukos. Now, second place, the runner-up and the number 2 seed in the Jefferson District Tournament will be the Black Knights of Charlottesville. What about them? I mean, they're pretty good as well.
Yeah, they can really play. A lot of the, they've got Devin Turner as the point guard who kind of makes them go, and he's the senior leader for them. But, they've got Daquan Jones, Rickwan Jones, not related, but those two, and then Deshaun Blakey is another really nice player. Those three give them a lot of options. Very versatile players, not super tall, like in a college basketball sense, but tall enough to really make a difference in the post. And Rickwan has a really nice shot from outside as well, and Blakey is just an artist around the goal. He's a really, really nice player, elevates really well. And Daquan Jones he's a banger. He can really get after it on the boards. He's definitely a kid who's capable of putting up 15 or 16 board nights. And he may become even more of a factor down the stretch. But, certainly Charlottesville's got a lot of weapons, and they run. They can really give teams fits, and the only team that beat them during the regular season was the Flukos. So, I think Charlottesville's got a legitimate shot at making a run and pulling off a JD championship in the tournament.
Now, Bart, I know those two teams played a couple weeks ago in Charlottesville, and wasn't it just a 1-point win for the Flukos?
Yeah, a real close one. And Devin Turner, the point guard for Charlottesville, his shot at the buzzer that would have won it just rimmed out. So he got a real good look at it, and it kind of rolled around and then out. Didn't get that shooter's roll, but I think they've got a really nice team, and I think it's a lot closer between those two than even 1-2 indicates.
Now, you were telling me the seeding for the tournament has been released now with who's going to play who. Is that right?
Yeah, it came out on Wednesday. So you got some really good matchups as usual, like with the NCAA tournament. the 8-9s are usually really good games. You can look at those and say that's going to be a heck of a ball game. And no coincidence in this one that 4-5 looks like one of the better games. William Monroe versus Monticello at Monticello. I think that one will really be sort of the marquee game of the first round of the tournament. Desmond Shaver is one of the more electric scorers in the area for William Monroe, and Denzel Terry had a really nice game the other night for Monticello. He had 20 points. So you got a lot of really good guard play in that one. Not a ton of post guys, so the matchups are good for both teams down low, but certainly you'll see a lot of speed, a lot of quickness, and a lot of good shooting. Probably a lot of steals too. Denzel Terry is a thief when it comes to defense. So I think that probably emerges as the best matchup on the boys' side.
Oh, good times indeed. Hey, what about Orange, real quick? I know they're the 3rd seed.
They're short but fast. They really get out and run. Another team with a great point guard. There's a lot of really good point guards in the area this year, or in the Jefferson District in particular, with Yaya, Devin Turner at Charlottesville, and Tyler Steele out at Orange County, who's a terrific little guy, very tough. Just plays with a lot of heart, and has a lot of skill too, but plays with a ton of heart. Does a really nice job leading the Orange team that doesn't have a whole lot of height.
All right, you know your high school hoops. We're here with Bart Isley here from ScrimmagePlay.com. Does a great job covering local sports here in Central Virginia. All right, who do you like? Is it Charlottesville? Is it Fluvanna County? Orange? Who do you like to win this thing?
It's real tough to beat a team 3 times. I really do. I think that, but I think you got to give it to Fluvanna right now. They went into Charlottesville. They played them down to the wire and came away with it. Yaya seems like a man on a mission right now. So I think if you got to go scratch in this one. I think Fluvanna really looks like they're going to be in control. But if that championship game is Fluvanna Charlottesville, that's going to be a hot ticket. That's going to be a really, really good basketball game.
Yeah, that
should be one of the more exciting ones around.
Yeah, that will be a good ticket to go to. All right, on the girls' side, real quick, I know Western Elmore. I know they're just killing people. They were undefeated on their schedule, right?
Yeah, undefeated in the Jefferson District. They lost a few games out of district. In fact, lost one last week to the Miller School, which has got a couple of different kids who are going to play big-time college basketball. But, I think they've only lost 3 games on the season, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4. And they're a really tough team. And it looks like there's a big separation between them and the rest of the district. But, William Monroe is a team that could challenge them. But I would expect Western would roll in the on the girls' side.
Yeah, you're right, Bart. Yeah, 14-0 in the district, and then they were 18-4 overall. Okay, are they the team to beat? I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone can figure them out anyway. So are they the team to beat on the girls' side?
They're Western. You're never going to look at Western and go, they're just going to blow teams away. But they're hold teams under, a lot of times under 30 points, really often under 40. And that's going to be enough for them to get the job done. Alan Chaffrey's a really nice little post player for them. Maddie Baker has come around as a kid who can give them a scoring threat. And the other night, on senior night, Carolyn Schneller, who's another post for them, went for 17. So they've got a lot of options. And, they get an easy matchup in the first round against a Goochland team that is still a very young program, has only been around for a couple of years on the girls' basketball side. And that's going to be a big, pretty easy run for them in the first round, and it'll get tougher from there. But it certainly looks like they're the class of the district.
I was going to ask you real quick, and I appreciate you coming on here. I forgot to ask you, Almar boys. I know they lost to Riverbend a couple nights ago. What's up with this team? It seems like they got a big win, and they come back, they can't get it done. What's going on? I know Andrew Mann's a great player. What's up with that team?
Yeah, the Commonwealth is a really, really tough district. You never see it doesn't have the height that you would think with a AAA district, but all the guards can shoot, and sometimes they're playing with like 4 guards apiece. So they're seeing kind of an interesting look for them almost every night, and they have to do a lot of travel, going all the way over to Fredericksburg, and that can create some unevenness as the season goes on. But I wouldn't count Almar out at all as far as a possible Northwest region qualifier goes. Last year they kind of had their backs up against the wall near the end of the season, made a really nice run. And like you said, Andrew Mann, he's such a terrific player. He's going to give him a chance to win every single night. And Jake Hendricks is another guy. It looks like a postman, but he can step out and really hit the three. So those two really give him a chance. If they can settle down and not have 21 turnovers like they had the other night against Riverbend, they're going to be a team that can make a challenge.
Hey, Bart, if our listeners don't know, when do all these tournaments start up here in Central Virginia?
You got a ton of quarterfinals on Friday. The JD quarterfinals will be all over the place. They're all played at the highest seed. You can check it out. We're going to post some brackets on skirmishplay.com a little later tonight or early tomorrow, and find out wherever your favorite team is playing. But the Commonwealth District will also start tomorrow. Both Albemarle boys and girls are in the quarterfinals for that. Both will travel all the way over to Fredericksburg for those. But that's when they'll start kicking up. It's Friday, and then next week we'll have semifinals and finals. All
right, good stuff. Bart Isley from skirmishplay.com. Thanks a lot for coming on. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate it, and we hope we can get you on again. So have a good day, man.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a good one.
All right.